Just bear with me here. It says that I'm streaming. I think I need that one in there for it to work. Check our settings. Okay, is it working? Let's see. Let's try here. And it looks like it's working. Okay. Dismiss. Yeah. All right. I think I'm good to go here. Okay. Cool. So we are live, and we have connected to our VPN. I'll just keep monitoring here. And if you're with me now, thanks for hanging in here through the tech issues. I'll be right back for the challenge. Right now I'm just sending out a few invites. See. Okay, cool. Oh yes, CyberSec friends. Here it is. CTF. Cool. Okay, checking one more thing and then I'll be right with you. Okay. Cool. We are up and running. I think I'm the only one watching at the moment, which is totally fine. Okay. So let's get to it. All right. Soccer, we've got our IP. Let's bring up a new tab and we'll start with a quick Nmap scan of that IP, and we'll follow it up with a scan of all ports. We have SSH, HTTP, and some kind of mail server probably, since mail is in the word. All right. That came back with the same results. Let's do now a scan with tech uppercase A so we can get some more details back. And we'll do a T of 4 just for a faster speed. Meanwhile, we can start to enumerate. So we'll get our IP again. Let's open a new tab and see what happens here. Soccer.HackTheBox. Okay, we got some results on the left. It's just, it's giving us some info on this weird one. I don't know why it's already resolving to soccer.HackTheBox. I didn't put that in my Etsy hosts. If you just hopped on the screen, or on the stream, rather, welcome. Thanks for joining. Just sent a welcome message on the chat, so if you all have any requests or suggestions or anything, observations, just stick them in the chat. I'll keep an eye on that as best as I can. Let's go ahead to HTTP. Okay, so I think I need to put that in my Etsy hosts file so that it resolves properly. And just scanning through here. This is all a fingerprint. Doesn't look like it usually does, but I don't see anything in there that really helps us right now. It's weird though. Let's try a telnet session on this 9091. And we'll go ahead and first let's just sudo vim, and I'm using Kali today on a VM. We'll do sudo vim Etsy hosts and my password, and then here we'll just add in, let's add in a new section for HackTheBox. So we'll do a hashtag HackTheBox and RIP. Whoops. Grab that again from over here. Our IP is there, and we're going to be going to soccer.hackthebox, I believe. Yep. And we'll just :WQ to write and quit. And now we should be able to resolve to that address, and yes, we can. Cool. Meanwhile, on the left, let's try a telnet, or actually a netcat. Yeah, netcat, that address, and the port. What was that funky port? 9091. Whoops, typed that incorrectly. See if anything pops up. HackTheBox Football Club. We love soccer. Okay, make this a little bigger so you all can see if you're watching. Okay, we got some text. What do we have up here? A home and nothing else. This looks like a static site pretty much. We can check the source code, but there's not much here for me to look at without doing some directory busting. So let's check the source code first with a Control-U. We'll see if there are any developer notes in here. There are links to JPEGs that appear to be saved in the root folder of the web IP. Anything else going out? We've got not much else there. Okay, just checking my stream settings. I think we're good. Okay, so nothing from there. Let's go to our directory busting. Nothing on there. Let's try a telnet session though, just to check. Actually, I think netcat does that. So we'll do a derb scan of this IP, or we could just do soccer.hackthebox since we have put that in our Etsy hosts file. And welcome if you're just joining me. We're doing an easy challenge from HackTheBox. This is soccer.hackthebox. Currently doing some directory busting on the left. And on the right, we were browsing some source code, but didn't find much. Seems to be a random website with without much on it, just some images and some text. Okay, so we got the index.html, not surprising. Let's open up our Zap. We'll see if we can run the proxy browser. All right, we don't need to persist. Let's bring that over to the right, and we'll just do close. We don't need to update right now. Manual explore, and we'll put our soccer.hackthebox in there. Let's launch our browser. Nothing much was found with the derb, but we can change the word list. We'll do a user share word lists. See what we've got. We don't want to rock you. Let's go to sec lists, and we should have some. Yeah, we've got fuzzing or discovery. Let's try discovery. We've got web content. That sounds good. And what else do we have? No? Let's see. We'll say yes. So we want some directories. Here we go, Raft. Let's use the Raft one. We'll start with the Raft small to do a really quick one. Lowercase. We'll do that. Okay, see if that works. It didn't. I think I got the syntax wrong there. Let's check our syntax. What's the flag for word list? It seems like there's no flag, so we just put it right after. Let me delete that W. Now it has the proper word list in there, so we're going to check for other kinds of directories. I might want to do some file busting as well, since I saw those images on the root. We'll let this one run its course first, though. And check 1, 2. Cool, the audio sounds good. Just double checking with my second device down there. Cool, if you just hopped on the stream, welcome. We're doing some directory busting, or you could call it fuzzing, for interesting things on this web application. See, with Zap proxy or Zap, let's see what we can find out. So I'm going to just close the hood. Has anyone learned how to use the Zap hood? Seems like it could be super useful, but I haven't taken the time to do it yet. Let's see, any names or anything we can enumerate here? Not really. So far the most curious thing that I've found is that strange Nmap result that we got for, what was it? Get our window up here. Let's shoot that over to the right. And the strange result was, had it up here. Oh, it's in, hey, where'd it go? Oh, I cleared the screen. I should have already started up my notes. Let me get the notes going. And we'll put these in a HackTheBox, and let's make a directory for soccer. And we'll just vim a notes.txt, and let's start off with our Nmap. And we'll have to just do that scan one more time. So we'll do an Nmap and do a scan. Actually, we can just do a really normal scan. Let's grab our IP here. Or I guess we could have just done the soccer.hackthebox. And I'm going to Google this here and see, because this is the most unusual find here. Let's see what this is. What is port 9091? Someone asks. And what do they say? All right, and the hood is messing with me. I want to get rid of this hood. Transmission daemon. Okay. Yeah, we could do that if we had access, but we don't yet. All right, let's browse around here. And we'll bring up our Zap on the right side of the screen. We're in the History tab, and we're looking for traffic. Traffic to and from soccer.hackthebox, which I don't see any right now. Let's see. Okay, we got one hit. I feel like we might have to do some file busting here. We don't have anything on usernames, so we can't really SSH. We don't know exactly what this 9091 is. XML mail, XML tech. Let's see what else is out there. Gitbook. .NET message framing. Okay. We'll put pen test here. Let's see what else comes up. Write-ups, hack tricks, sure. Trying to not read write-ups until later. If I need to, we'll go to it. Let's check our fuzzing/busting. Here we are. Scrolling back down. We found some stuff. Cool. So we got tiny and uploads. Let's check those out. So slash, whoops, yep, tiny file manager, and we have a login. Sweet. Okay. On my notes, let's make a login portals list. We've got our Nmap results to drop in, so we don't have to waste more time doing the scan again. And it also found an uploads, right? Let's see. Yeah, it found a uploads directory. So let's check that out. I guess it's case sensitive. Forbidden. Ah, okay. So we probably need to authenticate before we can get in there and mess with files. All right, so we could at this point just brute force. Let's check the source code. See what else is here. Tiny file manager, okay. Let's maybe Google this and see if there are any default credentials. Default credentials. And let's see, there's a H3K, which is a curious name. CPP programmers. There's a GitHub. Looks pretty legit, I'd say, at this point. I've never seen this tiny file manager before, though. Right, let's see. Credentials admin at 123. Let's try that. Where is it? Let's see. Default. There it is. And so we have 2 default creds. I'm going to try both of these. I just want to save these on our notes so we can have the record of what we've done. So we'll just put a default creds and we'll drop that in. Let's try them out. Here we are. Okay. We are here, admin and admin at 123. And it works. So they didn't change their default creds. They should have. We can see all the pictures there. We can upload files. We can probably spawn a rev shell from here. See if there's anything else. Admin settings. Okay. A new item. So what can we do with new item? File or folder. No, we don't want to do that. Let's try to upload. And it's going to be placed into the var www HTML folder. So I'll just put a plus here to show that we were successful. And next up, let's create a rev shell payload. And we'll do that today with, let's use the classic, the PHP pentest monkey. Soccer. And Kali actually already has it on here, so we'll just do copy and let's see, user, share, web shells, PHP. See what our options are. Reverse shell. And we'll copy that to here. We'll just call it rev.php. Hey, no space left on device. Not even for one PHP file? What? Let me check that out. Open folder. Let's check our device here. Free space, 0. How did I run out? All right, I may have to expand my VM hard drive. But let's see if we can trash anything first. There's nothing in the trash. Documents. I haven't downloaded anything. Anyone know how to quickly free up some space on my VM? Let me see if I can tweak the settings. Let's see. All right, just make that a little bit smaller. And let's bring that, let's see, view, device. Let's go with machine settings. And let's check our storage. So it only has 30, but I think we need more space here. So let me save my notes and we'll do a quick reboot. Yeah, escape :WQ. Oh no, I can't even save my notes. This is ridiculous. I thought I had this VM running nicely. I probably did too much updating before I started the stream. Okay, so let's just go to a new tab and let's do power off. And I'll just tweak my VM settings here after it shuts down completely. And let me start up by the mouse pad, notes.txt. We'll just do soccer.hackthebox.notes.txt. Sure, and then I'll just paste my credentials in there. We'll save that and we'll just keep that on the side. And now let me see if I can quickly see once this shuts down. So you're witnessing right now a classic kind of meltdown that happens during CTF challenges. I've had to completely reinstall VMs during challenges also. Anything can happen, really. And it's not powering off. It's probably struggling with that hard drive again. All right. Okay, it powered off finally. Let's go into our settings and check our storage. And we'll see if we can expand it. CaliSec adds new storage. Remove attachment, empty, solid state. I think there's a manager, if I remember right. Is there a host cloud virtual media manager? That's it. Mayorsec. So yeah, it did expand one to 50, but this one didn't get expanded. So let's do, let's give it 60. Apply. Okay. So it has 61 now, and type normal right through info dynamically allocated, so it should automatically expand. I haven't had luck with that in the past, but let's try it. So we're booting up again. And this time, let's go full screen. Oh, thanks for the love, Danilo Jr. I need this support to get through this one. All right. And just put in our password, and we should be up and running. This is a cool background. I like this one. Right, and this didn't work last time. Let's try it. Let's check our file system as well. Yeah, that way doesn't work. Let's try opening a Firefox. And we probably need to connect back to our VPN. So we've got our terminal window there going. Okay, I will see. Just got to bring it up so my face isn't being covered. And let's connect back up to our HackTheBox VPN. Lab. Okay. All right, and there we go. Our VPN is up. We're connected here. Our Etsy hosts is still set correctly. It looks like we'll call this Scratch. And let's go ahead back to that tiny directory where we can do our login. And again, the password was admin and admin at 123. That's a default credential here. We won't save it, but let's get ready now to create our RevShell payload and see if we have space, but not much. 20 megs. Does anyone know how to deal with a dynamically expanding VM virtual hard drive? It says it's dynamically expanding, but it's not actually expanding. I don't know if I need to run like some kind of a reformat or something on it. Anyway, we should have enough now for copying some files over. So let's go ahead with copy, and we'll do user, share, web shells, PHP, PHP, reverse shell, and we'll call it rev.php. Great, it actually copied this time. We'll vim into it, and let's just carefully insert our attack box's IP address. And to check that out, I'm going to do Control-Shift-D. I love that hotkey. And now we have a new subterminal. So we'll do an IPA and check our attack box's IP. And copying with Control-Shift-C, we'll go back up here and into the right spot, Control-Shift-V. Whoops, not twice, just once. Okay, now I didn't delete anything like those apostrophes or semicolons, so I'll do escape, colon, and then WQ for write and quit. Now we can upload that over here. Let's bring that over so we can see our options. Upload, and let's see if we can find that here. Home, HackTheBox, soccer, and we've got a rev.php. Perfect. Oh, did it say the folder wasn't writable? Wait a minute, what did that say? The specified folder for upload isn't writable. That's a weird thing to say, but let's try now and see if we can see it. First of all, uploads. We're still forbidden. Is it here though? It's not here. Okay, so we have an issue. It's saying we can't upload, and probably it's a file extension or something. Root tells us the permissions. Direct link, download. Football, yeah, it's at the root, but the file didn't actually go in. So let's try just seeing if we can put in a JPEG, and probably we can. Let's see, what else could we do? So we can play with the extension and see if we can get around the extension. All right, so let's title it something different. We'll say copy rev.php and we'll call it rev.php and we'll do a hashtag 00.jpg. And we'll see if that cancels out the extension after bypassing the filter with a JPEG extension. Okay, let's just make sure, yep, it's correctly there. Let's upload it with this new name. Specified folder for upload isn't available. Upload from URL. So I guess here we could use, it's just a different way to do it, but I'm not sure it'll make a difference on the filter evasion. But let's try spinning up a quick Python server. Now we're on port 8000. So it's going to be HTTP and our attack address 12. And then we're on port 8000. And we've got this funky file name. Let's see if that hits our server. Invalid URL parameter. So it doesn't like that. Let's try putting a space. So first we need to go out of here and let's title it something different. So we'll do move rev.php, do the hashtag 00.jpg, and let's change that to rev.php, and then we'll just do space.jpg. See if that works. Oh no, it got the apostrophes in there too. We don't want that. rev.php space.jpg. Whoops. We wanted to do move. Okay. Let's try actual quotes. Oh, okay. It views quotes and apostrophes as the same for some reason. That's interesting. Let's see what else we can do here. What if we just add a .jpg in the middle? That's another common way to do filter evasion. Let's see. Well, this time let's copy the rev.php to a rev.jpg.php. And this time we'll grab that one with the JPEG in the middle. Folder isn't writable. Can I change the destination folder? Check our admin settings. Show hidden files. On, yeah. Calculate folder size. Error reporting. On, yeah. We don't want to hide anything. Okay, let's save that and go back to new item. No, upload. Okay, let's try one more time with the jpeg.php. It says it's not writable. File manager. Let's go back to our home. So far we haven't put anything into the system. So we're running as www-data most likely. Why can't we get files into here? If you have any ideas, stick them in the chat. I'm tempted to go look at a walkthrough. Let's check just down to the hint that we need. Oh, it says soccer is offline. But over here it says that it's running. Okay, we're good. We're good. Maybe we can do guided mode first. Okay. What version of Nginx is running? That we can probably get from an Nmap scan. Soccer.HackTheBox. We'll do a tac A to get some script results back. We did do that before a while back. I love this new mode, the guided mode. I didn't do HackTheBox for a long time because it was just too hard. And I did all TryHackMe. TryHackMe was awesome. It still is awesome, and it really guides you through, kind of holds your hands through challenges, and that was helpful because I'd never done these before. And now I see they've added a similar thing. It's not quite as hand-holding as TryHackMe even now, but it's good to break it down into steps. That makes everything easier. Here's our version number. What directory is hosting a file manager but not linked to anywhere on the site? That would be tiny. Find the creds. What version of tiny file manager is running? Did it say? Oh, it does. 243. 2.4.3. What's the name of the directory? That would be uploads. We have access to read, but it's saying that we don't have access to write. There's another virtual host configured in Nginx. What is the host name? Do we have a host name anywhere? So is it resolving to another address, perhaps? I think this is where I got lost. All right. How would I find that other host? Adventure mode, they just don't help you at all. Let's check our walkthroughs. And we could watch an official one, but let's check out, yeah, we'll just check out the PDF. Okay, can download it. All right, so just down to the spot where we need help. We got into the portal. We fire up a listener. They tried to put in a shell and it worked. Why didn't it work for us? Did we get in as the wrong user? We log in. A quick search reveals you can upload PHPs. Yeah, we did that. We're in. We have write permissions, but it says that we don't on our machine. You are logged in. Uploads. Oh. So I have to go into the uploads folder first. That makes sense. So we can't drop it into just the regular folder that's in www, what is it, var, www.html, something like that. But we can do it in the tiny folder, uploads. And now we should be able to upload anything. So I went a step too far too early with the trying to evade filters. So let's go ahead now and upload Now we can drop just the straight rev.php in. No error comes back. Cool. It has the destination folder right there. So that means we need to go from tiny uploads. And we can try to check that one. So we're forbidden to view it, but can we go and trigger our rev.php? Before we do that, we'll want to spin up a netcat listener on 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we should be able to catch a rev shell over here. Okay. Okay. That it went to an address, or no, it did a Google search. Let's put an HTTP before it. Cool. And now we're, who am I? We're www-data. So next we need to stabilize our machine. Hi. And let's see here. Okay. So let's do a command of import pty dot or colon pty dot spawn bin bash. Here we go, and we'll control Z to background that, and stty raw. What was it? I always forget. Tac EP, something like that. Let me check my notes on my host machine. Here it is. So I've got a list of some hack tricks here. Let's grab it. It's stty raw tac echo semicolon fg. Echo semicolon fg. Right, and then we do export term equals xterm. And now we should be in with completion of commands, etc. So we can start to enumerate our users now. We've got a player and a user.text. Probably we don't have access yet. We don't. Let's check our, see, we don't have a password. Let's see if we can cat out our, let's check our Etsy cron tab first. And there's nothing strange there. Let's see. We could check for binaries. We could check for SUID bit files. Let's try that. Find tac. What is it? Permissions, and I think it's a 4000. Let me double check that on the right. Okay, I'll just check that command. Perm 4000. I need a slash. There we go. Got a list here. They use the command find. What did I do? Find. Yeah. Okay. All right. At this point, I think I'm gonna grab linpiece and send it over. So let's go back a step. We'll make a directory for transfers, and we'll grab a new linpiece binary. Let's go back to the README, and down here binary, if we can find the right spot. Go back a few steps. Here we go, should be here. Execute linpeas, releases. Here we go, linpeas. I think the .sh works the best. So let's move that over from the downloads. And we'll move it to here. And let's chmod plus x that one. And then, oh yeah. Then we want to spin up the Python server. And over here on our shell, let's delete that line, and we'll go into our temp folder, and we'll get that from HTTP, and we need to grab that IP address again. So we'll open a new subterminal, and here, grab that as our attack IP. We're on port 8000, and we're grabbing a linpeas.shell. Cool. And let's see, now we've got it. We can read and write, but we can't execute, so we need to add that as a privilege, and then execute and let it roll, and we'll just let linpeas do the work of enumeration, and then we can check for interesting finds. Hey, welcome back, or welcome if you're just joining. Right now we're on the Privesk stage of an easy box from TryHackMe called Soccer. It's a Linux machine. And linpeas does an awesome job with color coding the findings, and the most egregious vulnerabilities are in red text with yellow highlighting, and then just the red text are also pretty bad. There could be a pseudo hack here. 1.8.31. We'll go to that link and check it out if it lets me. All right, let me just search that up then. Sudo version 1.8.31 exploit. Root exploit, that would be good. This is a proof of concept. It's a C code. See what else we've got. Privesk. Here we've got a simple bash file. Let's see, running this will allow the attacker to gain a root shell. This exploit checks sudo edit or sudo e. Oh, we don't have our password, so I don't think we can do that one. Sudo edit. Maybe we can. Let's check. See which sudo edit we have. Let's see if there's anything else that popped up. Ah, here it is. So there's an internal hostname, or a hostname running through the internal port at least, sock-player.soccer. I think that's going to be maybe the key piece of information. We can see some other things going on here with the ports. See if anything else of interest pops out, just with a quick scan. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my own host machine, and let's edit the Etsy hosts file. Whoops. And we'll add on a second host name now. If we can. Let me make this window bigger. Cool. So it was player.soccer.hackthebox, I think. Let's find that player. All right, there are a lot of players. Let's check here. Where is it? Here it is. sock-player.soccer.hackthebox. Okay, let's add that up here. Okay, we'll delete that one. Let's add that in, and then we'll escape :WQ for write and quit. Oh, it's on a read only. So we'll have to come back in with a sudo. Let's do the same command, but sudo vim. And then we'll go in here and we'll go to I for visual mode and insert, and then :WQ for write and quit. And now we have a new host to resolve to. So let's go to that address. And we want to go from HTTP and we have a new address, and now we have links. We've got login, match, sign up. So we could try logging in as a different player. Home, match. So we have basically a whole new set of enumeration to do now on this website. I don't have an account. Let's make a test account real quick. Okay, it worked. So now we'll just log in with test@test.com. And our password was test. So we are in now as an authenticated user. Says we have a ticket. Ticket ID. Now let's browse to our tiny URL. Cannot get tiny. Okay. How about if we check the source code? Nothing there. Let's go back. Is there anything new here? Same pictures. Match. Can click anything here. Watch live. No. Sign up. We already tried that. So we might need to log in as a different user here. Let's go back to our results from Linpiece. Okay, one thing I didn't check yet is the ID. And yeah, nothing strange there. No group or admin privileges. There's some backup databases. All right. And I'm running a bit short on time, so let's go back to the PDF for a moment from the official write-up. Okay, so we already got our foothold. We found that, we resolved it. Oh, that's a cool way to do it. Using the T command to add that into the Etsy hosts as in probably TAC A is append, I'm guessing. All right, looks the same, but we got our ID, ticket ID. Looking at the site's source code. So now we get the answer to what that service on port 9091 is. It's a ticket number verification service. So let's go back to our ticket number. Test at test.com. Test. Oh. Let's try that again. Doesn't like it. So let's create a new account. Okay. Forgotten my account really fast. Okay, so now we have a ticket number, and let me check the source code here. And here it is. So this is that service running on 9091. And so we have to figure out a way to exploit this code here. Let me copy this to our notes. Whoop, I got the wrong name there. Actually, I didn't need to write that. We'll restore. And cool, it actually saved it. So I'll just update, I'll say a new host name. And then created an account, and we received a ticket number. And we also found the source code, which shouldn't be publicly revealed there. Let's jot down that ticket number. Okay, so the next question is, how do we exploit this code? If key code equals 13, what's the triple equals sign mean there? Okay, and it's doing something with a random number and a string. Okay. So we'll check our write-up here. How did they do this? So they fired up Burp Suite, the repeater. So this is vulnerable to SQL injections. So using SQL map, we can inject let's try this command for SQL map to assist us in automating SQL injection attacks. And we'll open this up on a new terminal. We'll just go with their suggestion right now. Okay, I'll just say okay for all the questions. Okay, so if it's successful, we'll get a database name and maybe some values from the database. Just curious to know what happened when they put in the or 1 equals 1. What was the response there? Ticket exists. So we just fooled them with the Boolean logic. That means we can put in other kinds of queries into this input. That makes sense. And it is getting some information now. Here we go. So we got some databases, performance schema, soccer DB, and sys. Probably the soccer DB is what we want to learn more about. Soccer DB, yep. So here's the command that we need. The command we just used gave us a dump of the titles of the databases, but now we need to go a step further and dump the actual database. So we do that here with this command, and let's see how long it takes. Looks like it's going to be pretty quick. Okay, I'm going to stop reading ahead there. Let's jump back to our site here, and here we have credentials. Oh yeah, there's my new account as well, test@test.com. But let's go ahead and log in. We'll log out of our test account, log into this account here, player@player.hackthebox, and the password is player of the match 2022. And I must have made a typo there. Let's go back a step. Player of the match 2022. And we're in. And we have a new ticket ID, 1324. So what do we do with this ID now? So we don't even need the ID. We just reuse the credentials. So let's SSH our way into the box. Will be player at 10, 10, 11, Are we the same IP as the write-up? Let's see, machine info. 194. And yes, and the password is right here. So we'll just copy that with Control-Shift-C and then Control-Shift-V to paste in that password, and now we're on the machine and we can cat out our user flag. All right, so we got that. Let's go back to adventure mode, put that in. So we have one of two flags now. We just need to figure out how to privesc now. So we'll do a sudo tac L, check for any strangeness here. Let's see, it wants that password again. Let's grab it up here. And it doesn't like that. Player of the match. Okay, so we can't run sudo. Let's see, we could check for, we already checked cron jobs. Let's check just do some manual enumeration first. Let's see if we can go back to, can we access the root? Nope, we can't. We do have credentials now though. Maybe we can use that sudo hack trick that we saw earlier. Let's see, where was that? Let's see. Okay, I think this was the one we were looking at before. That was one of them. We could also put a script on, like Linux privilege escalation suggester or Linux exploit suggester. Let's see if we have that one handy. Nope. This is just another auto enumeration tool. Linux exploit suggester. And it's not installed, but we can install it. Let's do that. And my broken install is causing problems again. That's okay. Let's see if we can drop right into a file here. Okay, we'll grab it from here, from the shell script. Go to the raw file, copy all, and let's create a new file here with vim. We'll just say exploit suggester dot, is it shell? Okay, we'll drop that in, and let's write and quit, and we'll chmod plus x that suggester, and then we'll run it. We'll see what it comes back with. So we're here, we're just leveraging the power of some automation. Let's see, does it color code as well as linps? It doesn't, but it's pretty easy to read. Possible exploits. That looks looks like a kernel exploit. Pwn kit. That could be cool if that works. Set UID screen. Less probable. Okay, so we'll start from most probable and go down the list. Let's start with the kernel exploit. That should be pretty easy to pull off if it works. Okay, I'm just going to copy that address and we'll bring it over to our Firefox. And here it is. End day exploit. Okay, so we have to compile it with GCC. Let's see if we have that on this machine. And we don't. Do we have CC? Nope. Okay, so we can't do that. Let's try number 2. The pwn kit. That sounds pretty good. So this is a heap-based overflow. I've seen this one before on LinPs come up, and I haven't successfully pulled it off yet. Let's see what comes up here. There must be an easier way. So just in the interest of time, let's check the write-up one more time and see. Privesc, set UID. We forgot to check for that again. I think I'll have to go for a list-based approach or a checklist-based approach in the future, so I don't just skip some important steps. So we do have a bunch of files with the SUID bit, just like they found. A quick search for DOAS. Yeah, so that's the first one that hits. The file can be found, the config file, which in turn reveals that player can run dstat with elevated privileges, as the binary is owned by root. Dstat. Okay, let's check out this DOAS in a little more detail, and we'll just cat it first. And it's compiled, so we can't read much of this or make much sense of it. But if we do a Google search, see what pops up. Just say DOAS binary. And so this is the binary that allows you to run a command as a different user, sort of like an impersonation attack. And it says to see doas.conf, the config file. All right, so if we can get into that conf file, we can figure out more about how to compromise it. So let's find it. Type is F for file, name is doas.conf, and then we'll send the errors to a dev null byte. See if we can find that. And it doesn't pop up. But the write-up tells us that it's located they say that it's located in the user local @cdoas.conf location. I see what the mistake was. I'm searching in the wrong subterminal. So we need to bring our command up here and find it, and now we can see it. Let's cat it. We should be able to read this in plain text. Permit no pass player as root command dstat. Okay. So let's find out how to compromise this. dstat is a tool for generating system resource statistics. So you can read the man page for it, the manual, and you would find out that you can run it. You can run Python code through this binary. And with Python, we can spawn a shell pretty easily. So this involves some quick Python scripting. And we can use this line here and send it into dstat. So we'll do that over here. We'll echo import os, os.system, and then spawn a shell with bin bash, and we'll write that to the dstat dstat underscore pwn.py file. And now we're basically locked and loaded, ready to go. So what we need to do now is run this file, user bin dstat, and we'll verify now that the plugin is detected. Okay, and what am I looking for here? Verify that the plugin is detected. dstat pwn.py. I guess that's it. Is that in there? It should be in this long list here. And it is alphabetized. Disk, dstat. I don't actually see it in the list. dstat underscore star.py. Okay, so now we can run it and specifying the plugin. I guess the plugin is pwn for pwn. LMNOP. dstat CPU mem fan. Okay, so let's run this next one here. Whoop. Let's copy this here and we'll run it over here. Yeah, so it didn't actually get added. So run correctly. dstat underscore pwn.py. It appears to. Okay, now let's check this to see if it was added to our list of plugins. dstat mem, no, it's still not showing up. So this command probably won't work yet. Oh, up here. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay, we're very close to finishing the box with the help of a write-up today from HackTheBox. Let's go back a few steps. Up on our target machine, user bin dstat. So this is sort of like the privileges when you do sudo attack L and you see that you can run a binary as another user. Okay, let's try one more time echoing the command into there. So we're having just a little bit of trouble getting this plugin to show up on the official list here. See if it's on their list. I see it is down here. User local share dstat pwn. Okay, that's good. Now let's try the final command here. DOAS user bin dstat and then tac pwn. And we did it. So we are root now. And we'll go into the root directory and we'll grab this root flag and copy that. And then we'll just drop it over in our HackTheBox root flag. And we just pwned the box. We relied pretty heavily on the walkthrough today. If time allowed, I would go more in depth on each step of my enumeration using a checklist to make sure that I don't forget to check things like SUID file permissions. Also, this whole DOAS is a new tool for me, a new way of checking for permissions on binaries to do impersonation attacks. So that's my big takeaway from this box. Let's go ahead and end the stream for today. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube and check out the videos for more full-length CTF walkthrough videos and short video clips on topics related to pen testing and offensive security, tools and tactics, etc. So if you have any comments, leave them in the chat. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time. Bye.